Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome to my channel. I am Damris. Today I brought another fun video for you full of tips for those of you who have questions about cutting measurements for making bracelets so that you don't run out of thread and also avoid waste. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Alright. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I invite you to subscribe and remember to activate the bell icon below. Every week I bring new videos for you so you don't miss anything, and also support me here on the channel, and I am very grateful for the support you have given. Shall we get started then? So I am here with the silk thread. I am using a 2mm thread. One very important thing is that the type of thread you will use, the thickness of the thread, all of this can change the measurements of the thread for cutting. Alright, so I will show you how to calculate, but it is an approximate measurement, not an exact one. There may be some kind of variation. As I mentioned to you, it depends on the type of thread that will be used, and also according to the adjustments you make while braiding. Some people make the adjustment tighter, while others leave it looser. All of this will influence the measurement we will need. Okay, but here you will learn to calculate in a way that won't waste any and also won't fall short. Alright, we will start. We are going to do the square knot here. Okay, I am using 2 threads of 35 centimeters at the base, and for braiding I am using 2 threads of 45 centimeters. I will braid here and show you how much we can braid with these 2 threads of 45 centimeters. Alright. And here I have completed the entire braid. Just look, I braided it until only the tip of the thread is left, and I will show you the measurement I was able to achieve with the 2 threads of 45 centimeters. Look, I managed to make a braid of 9 centimeters. See, so with the 2 threads of 45, we can make the square knot on this line, see, for 9 centimeters. But then, if I want to make a bracelet and I need my bracelet to have 15 centimeters of braid, how can I calculate to know the amount of thread I will need? So, for this, we will need to do a math calculation to arrive at the correct number. So, in this case, I used a thread of 45 centimeters and I managed to braid 9 centimeters with it. I need to find out how many centimeters of thread I need to braid 15 centimeters. So we are going to apply the rule of 3 here, multiplying, look, these 4 numbers that we have here, because in this case what we are going to find out is what the value of x is, which will be the measurement of the threads we will need. So I have here 9x, which is equal to 45 times 15, which is 675. And now, to find the value of this x, we will divide 675 by 9. This number divided by 9 gives us 75. The value of this xa, we are going to divide 675 by 9. Dividing this number by 9, we arrive at 75 centimeters. In other words, we will need 2 threads of 75 centimeters each to make the 15 centimeter braid bracelet. Here, in this case, I made it, look, I will even take it off the base for you to see, with 2 separate threads. Since we used only one color here, it could also just be a single thread. So, we would just need to double that amount. It could be here, in this case, a thread of 1.5 meters or 2 threads of 75 centimeters. And now I will give you another example, this time of a bracelet that is already finished. In fact, it was the last video I uploaded here on the channel. Alright, this bracelet was made with a different type of stitch, and I also made it with a thinner thread. Okay, this one is only 1 millimeter and I used here to base threads of 40 centimeters and a transfer thread. Okay, it was 65 centimeters. The total amount that remained for the braided part was 13 centimeters. But let's say that the person needs to make a bracelet of 15 centimeters of braided wire as well. How are we going to arrive at this value? So look here, if I used 65 centimeters of wire and it was 13 centimeters, how many centimeters will I need to make a bracelet of 15 centimeters here? We will use the same little rule that I showed you in the previous example. We need to know here 13 times x equals 65 times 15, which gives a value of 975. To find the value here, we will divide 975 by 13, which is the value I have on the other side, resulting in a total of 75 centimeters. Look, so to make this bracelet here, with 15 centimeters of braided wire, we need to increase from 65 to 75 centimeters. You will see that here I used only one wire, so we will only need one wire, in this case of 75 centimeters. The variation of this bracelet is that we also intersperse the base while braiding. In the previous example, the base remained fixed at the square point we made. It did not change its position. So we won't need to increase the size of the wires for the base, only the braided wire. But in the case of this bracelet, yes, otherwise it will be insufficient. So how are we going to calculate? Here we will do the same calculation. I used 40 centimeters to make the base and I managed to make a bracelet of 13 centimeters. I want to know how much I will need to make a bracelet of 15. I will do the same thing. 3x is equal to 40 times 15. We have a value of 600 here. And to find the value of the wire, 600 divided by 13. And we will have a total of 46 and 15. Rounding off, we can say that it would be 47 centimeters for the wire of the base. But remembering that here we have two wires, if you watch the video, you will see. So there will be two wires of 47 centimeters, you see. So this is a calculation that we can do to manage to increase the size of the bracelets. All right. It's a really cool tip for you. But always remember that if you happen to have leftover wire, it's not a problem. Just save it. I keep all the ends of my wires here, as sooner or later we can use them, whether it's to make the adjustable closure here, for which we use smaller wires, or also models of bracelets that we make just with scraps of wire. I have a video here on the channel showing you various models of bracelets that we can make with scraps. This way, we don't waste anything. Another tip I give you is to always keep a record of the measurements of the bracelets you have already made as a base for the next bracelets. This way, you don't need to test how many centimeters you will use for each project. I try to keep a record of the bracelet models I have already made, whether in a notebook or on my phone, and whenever you are going to make a specific bracelet with a certain type of knot. Because the variation of the knots also changes the size of the work, the amount of wire you will use, you already have a base of how much you spend to make that particular design. In addition, I have many videos on bracelets here on the channel. I have over 300 videos on bracelets, and I always provide the measurements for you, whether in the video or in the description. So here are the measurements of all the materials I used, and I also provide the measurement I used to make the bracelet. So you can also get an idea of how much wire you will use based on the bracelets I have here for you. All right. So those were the tips I had for you today. I hope you liked them and that they are very useful for you as well. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do leave your like, share it with anyone you think would like to learn. And we will see you in the next video. Bye bye.